Businesswoman reportedly shot over 40 times in Westmoreland. We're about to give you the real chilling and shocking details as to what might have led to her demise. It has also been revealed that she was no saint and was one of the criminal underworld gangsters as a female. Hi again and welcome. This is ngster TV. Let's talk, and we're about to discuss this on the program. If it's the first time you're watching, please remember to like, share, subscribe to our channel. Click the notification bell and click on all so you're always updated with our latest report. We'll be right back after this short break with the full details. Welcome back and thanks for joining us for ngster TV. Let's talk. This is the place where we discuss issues of national importance, global importance, or the situations that are buzzing in the news. So I know this headline might have caught you off guard and you're beginning to wonder how could someone be so cruel to such a female. However, we're about to share the real and shocking details as to what led to this woman's death, even though we don't support violence in any shape or form. But one thing I've learned over the years, when you put yourself in a certain position, you put yourself at risk of getting hurt, getting killed, and just your own family members' lives are at risk. So a woman was reportedly shot over 40 times by gunmen at her business establishment in Darlington, Westmoreland on Thursday. So this incident is just Thursday of this week. Since then, a number of individuals have took to social media just in order to offer their condolences to her family and friends, even though they do not know the real truth of what transpired that led to her death. So this female, who go by the name Sudeen Hilton, she was reportedly shot over 40 times by 3 gunmen at her business establishment in Darlington, Westmoreland. That's why I said it over and over, You can't be on two sides of the fence. It's either you're for good or you're for bad. It doesn't make sense you're portraying yourself to be this upstanding citizen for the eyes of some to see, and then behind those individuals' back, you're a different person. So the female, identified as 32-year-old Sudeen Hilton, otherwise called Pinky, from New Roads in the community. The incident happened around 3:45 p.m. at Leon Chin's fashion clothes store located in New Roads, Darlington in the parish. So reports on police are that Hilton was pounced upon by 3 gunmen armed with handguns who reportedly opened gunfire at her upon seeing her, shooting her multiple times, over 40 times to be exact. It understood that the gunman then escaped in a waiting Toyota Axiom motor car in the direction of Bethel Town. Hilton was later reportedly found by relatives laying face down on the floor inside her shop, suffering from what is to be multiple gunshot wounds to her head and other parts of the body. So these individuals who carried out this act, they did not want her to survive this actual act, and they made sure that she would not live to tell the tales or even recount her near-death experience, which they make sure they actually executed their plan. This was a planned and orchestrated attack on this female, and what I'm about to share with you would shed more light as to why this happened to her and where this is stemming from. When the police processed the scene, they took 1 blood sample, 10.45 spatula casing, 4.40 spatula casing, 25 9mm spatula casing, 5 damaged bullets, 8 bullet fragments, and 1 cell phone were retrieved from the scene. She was transported to the Salvamar Hospital where she succumbed to her injuries while undergoing treatment. So this is what happened in this era of Westmoreland. Now, who really was this female? This is where now we're about to shed some light into the background and also what happened previously to this female. So let's take you back in time to the year September 2021 to be exact. So Miss Sudeen Hilton at the time was 30 years old, and I'm gonna read a report coming from the Gleaner newspaper. So Sudin Hilton, the St. James woman, is charged with the murder in relation to the August 12 shooting of Richard Baker in Glendevon community, was last week offered bail in the sum of $1 million during her first court appearance in the St. James Parish Court. So this news report is coming from the year 2021. So Sudin Hilton was charged with murder of Mr. Richard Baker on August the 12th. So this individual, Ms. Sudin Hilton, is now 32 years old and is known to the police. Based on my own internal investigation, Ms. Sudin Hilton was on bail pending that court case with Mr. Richard Baker, who is now deceased, and the police theorized that Ms. Sudin Hilton was the one behind it at age 30 years old. As a condition of her bail, she was ordered not to be in the community, and this was the same community in which her life was taken. But based on her background and who she had links with according to reports, she believed that no one could test her and no one would try to go up against her. And also based on who she is aligned to in the Montego Bay area, as according to the police, a family member of hers is the leader of a gang known to the police who is responsible for some real serious crimes. So back to Miss Sudin Hilton now, who was 30 years old at the time of a Henderson Norwood. She was remanded in custody until October 21st following her bail hearing, which was held before presiding judge Justice Sandra Wong Small. Her attorney at law, Michael Hemmings, who represented her during that trial, during the hearing gave a brief synopsis of his client's bail condition ahead of her next court date. As part of her bail condition, Ms. Hilton is to relocate elsewhere and report daily to the police. A curfew order has also been put in place for her, and a stop order has been put in place at all ports of entry and exit. The bail application was granted despite the prosecution's concern that Hilton was a potential flight risk, on the ground that she reportedly disobeyed the police instructions to stop during a vehicular chase from the scene where the shooting took place. So additionally, several reports are outstanding from the prosecution case, including a report from the Communication Forensic and Cybercrime Division, the post-mortem report, and a forensic certificate. According to the allegation, on August the 12th, Baker was driving along the Salt Spring Main Road when he stopped to check something on his vehicle. A white Toyota Axia motor car drove up beside him and the occupants fired several shots, hitting him multiple times. Baker managed to drive the car from the scene and almost immediately encountered a police patrol. He related to them what had happened and pointed them in the direction of the getaway car. He was rushed to the Conroe Regional Hospital where he died while undergoing treatment. It is further alleged that acting on the information provided by the Baker who was shot, the police pursued the shooter's vehicle and eventually caught up with the Axio motor car in Shamshark Square, Montego Bay, where Hilton was discovered to be the driver. She was arrested and later questioned in the presence of her attorney, following which she was charged. Hilton's arrest time brought to the forefront the issue of women being directly involved in shooting and murders. While law enforcement officers has in the past acknowledged women's involvement in crime in terms of aiding and abetting gangsters in their alleged enterprise, there have been no known case of a gunman, according to the police. In the aftermath of Hilton's arrest, former top crime fighter Clive Lawrence, whose encounters with criminals have been the tough of a legend in the western era of Jamaica, said he has never encountered a gun-taunting woman in his career. I have no personal experience with tangling with any so-called gunwoman in all my days. I have heard of them, but I have never had an experience personally, Lawrence said at the time. So Miss Hilton was known to the police, and based on the information that I've gathered, this might have been a reprisal attack for the shooting death of Mr. Baker in the year 2021. So the police have theorized that this might be a reprisal based on the evidence, also what this female might have been involved with, considering that she was the getaway driver in that shooting incident. The police investigation continues, but this just goes to show you that when you see some things happening at times, these are stemming from somewhere. This was not just an isolated incident based on how this crime was carried out. This was a planned and orchestrated hit against this female. But this just goes to show you crime doesn't pay, and it will come back to haunt you one way or another. Even if it is years after, it will come back to haunt you. This is where I'm going to leave this report. This has been Links007 TV. Let's talk. Peace out and have a blessed and productive day from the Links007 TV. And if you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Thanks for watching.